chapter number 2 solutions, lecture number 9, 2.6.2, elevation of boiling point. Elevation is what? Increasing. So here what? Vapor pressure of a liquid increases with increase of temperature. This you know. I will give simple example to you. That suppose you take 100 ml glass beaker and this 100 ml glass beaker contain 50 ml of water. Now if you heat it at a time, you know that water boils and it converts into vapor form. So here vapor is produced, but you know that in a water which is a pure solvent and in atmosphere we can say that they convert in terms of vapor, and that's why we can say that at certain temperature when this water boils, at that time bubbles is produced, and that is nothing but boiling point of water, and that you know 100 degrees Celsius. So here the temperature at which its vapor pressure is equal to the atmospheric pressure is known as boiling point. It's a very simple definition. Is it clear? Vapor pressure. Here you consider vapor pressure. Whatever the solution containing pressure, whatever pressure is present, and vapor pressure of particular atmosphere or say atmospheric pressure, it become equal. At that time, we can say it's considered as boiling point. So boiling point of water is 373.15 Kelvin. Because at this temperature, of the vapor pressure of water is 1.013 bar at 1 atmospheric pressure. So here pressure and vapor pressure, this relation is shown with respect to temperature. So here vapor pressure of solvent decreases the presence of non-volatile solutes. Now you know, in that glass beaker 50 ml, if we add 2 grams of sucrose molecule or 1 gram of sucrose molecule, at that time we can say that this solution containing non-volatile solute as well as solvent, and that's why this vapor pressure is decreases. We already learned in Raoult's law. So here vapor pressure of solvent decreases in the presence of non-volatile solute, and here we show certain graph with respect to vapor pressure of certain quantity just like solvent or solution with respect to temperature in Kelvin. Remember this. So here I plot one graph which is a present vapor pressure on y-axis and temperature on x-axis. Here this is a solvent which is in a pure form. So solvent, that temperature you know that it's increases, but vapor pressure at particular temperature is equal to 1.013 bar. That is considered as boiling point of solvent. And here once again in this pure solvent, suppose we add 1 mole of glucose or say 1 mole of sucrose, whatever the quantity added of solute, which is not depend on the nature but it's depend on the particular solute particles, so it's a colligative properties, and due to this we can say that here when solvent is shown, this solution which is made up of solute plus solvent, and that's why vapor pressure is decreases, and that graph shown by this way. At this particular temperature we can say that whatever the boiling point of solution, because it is equal to atmospheric pressure, that is 1.013 bar, and you know that in solvent temperature is a low but in solution temperature is a high, and that's why these graphs shown the relation between vapor pressure with respect to temperature and boiling point. So here you understood certain things. The vapor pressure of an aqueous solution of sucrose is less than 1.013 bar at 373.15 Kelvin temperature. In order to make this solution boil, its vapor pressure must be increased to 1.013 bar by raising temperature above the boiling temperature of pure solvent. Understood once again? So here this is a solvent and this is a solution in which we add 1 mole of sucrose. So that vapor pressure become lower and this vapor pressure become higher. So here solvent is easily evaporate, and this is TB0 is considered as boiling point of solvent. And this boiling point of solution, you know that because in solution we add non-volatile solute and solvent is present, that vapor pressure is decreases, and due to that we increase the temperature to convert in terms of vapors at 1.013 bar temperature. So here that TB is nothing but boiling point of solution. So once again you understood these things. Now from the graph, draw attention in the graph, because thus the boiling point of solution is always higher than that of the boiling point of the pure solvent in which solution is prepared, which is shown in the graph. Similar to lowering vapor pressure, the elevation of boiling point also depends on the number of solute molecules rather than their nature, and that you already learned in a qualitative properties. A solution of 1 mole of sucrose in 1000 gram of water boils at 373.52 Kelvin at 1 atmospheric pressure or 1.013 bar pressure. So here you have understood all these things from the graph. Draw attention in the graph, whatever the points are written, it is from the graph. So here let TB0, which is shown in the graph, boiling point of pure solvent, TB is equal to boiling point of solution. So the increasing in the boiling point, delta TB is equal to TB minus TB0, is known as elevation of boiling point. This is very important, and that is elevation of boiling point is nothing but delta TB. So here from many experiments for the diluted solutions, it is shown that this delta TB is directly proportional to molality, that is small n, and this delta TB is equal to proportionality sign is Kb into m, and this is equation number 2. What is Kb? What is delta TB and what is m? If you evaluate, or say if you know, at that time you are able to give certain answers. So Kb is nothing but boiling point elevation constant. Another name is molar elevation constant, and another name is ebullioscopic constant. These are related with the solvent. This Kb is only related with the solvent, not solute. Remember this. And that unit is, you know that if you formula making with respect to Kb, then Kb is equal to delta Tb divided by m. What is delta Tb? Delta Tb always in Kelvin, because SI unit is there. So Kelvin per, what is molality? Whatever the mass of non-volatile solutes in a mole divided by kilogram solvents, and that's why unit is Kelvin kilogram per mole. This is a very important. You have to remember this. Kelvin kilogram per mole. Value is fixed related with all the particular solvent. So here, if molality is, we just put another formula. You already learned this in this chapter. Delta Tb is equal to Kb into 1000 into W2 divided by M2 into W1, where W2 is nothing but mass of non-volatile solute, M2 is molecular mass or molar mass of non-volatile solute, W1 is whatever the gram or kilogram of solvent, here 1000 is written, that's why this W1 came in a gram of pure solvents. So this M2 when we take in a formula making, at that time M2 is equal to Kb into W2 into 1000 divided by delta Tb into W1. This particular formula is very important for example point of view, because this all value is given and you have to find out unknown non-volatile solute particular related with their molecular mass. Molecular mass is not given, so that one see in our next lecture. Okay, make a note of this, and next lecture we just draw attention towards particular, we get examples of this, and make a screenshot of particular this whatever written in the board.